What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool news update video, and we have some very worrying news with Liverpool. They could lose Mo Salah and Sadio Mane earlier as expected in January to the Africa Cup of Nations, so we will have all the details in this video, and it's very worrying news because Liverpool will play Chelsea at Stamford Bridge on January the 2nd, and some clubs are pushing for the Africa Cup of Nations to start on January the 3rd, and if that's the case, so 1 week earlier than expected, if that's the case, then Salah and Mane will definitely not face Chelsea on January the 2nd, and that's very worrying news. So let me know what do you think about this in the comments below, but first watch the video and watch the details, and of course if you enjoy these videos, leave a like, subscribe if you are new around here. So Liverpool have a fresh concern because the tournament right now is scheduled in Cameroon to start on January 9th, and the tournament finishes on February the 6th. And the Mirror newspaper have reported that Egyptian side Al Ahly have thrown a spanner in the works because they will play in the Club World Cup as the Asian Champions League winners, and they have made suggestions to the African Football Confederation for the Africa Cup of Nations to start on January the 3rd instead of January the 9th, and that would likely mean that Liverpool, as well as many other Premier League clubs, could lose their African star players much earlier than expected. Al Ahly have made the proposal in order to, of course, further their own agenda and aid their own hopes at the upcoming Club World Cup, because what is the problem is that the Club World Cup starts 3 days before the Africa Cup of Nations officially finishes, and of course Al Ahly wants all their star African players to play in that tournament, so they want the Africa Cup of Nations to start earlier, to finish earlier. I will be very surprised if this proposal is implemented, because one club's wants and needs can't come ahead of all the other clubs' wants and needs and of the whole tournament wants and needs. Jurgen Klopp is confident that Liverpool will receive a boost in the new year, and that would mean that Salah and Mane will be available to play Chelsea on January 2nd, which could be a key fixture, a key game in the Premier League title race. These three teams, Chelsea, Man City and Liverpool, are just separated by 1 point each, 2 points in total. And if Jurgen Klopp's confidence pays off, Salah, Mane and Keita could potentially miss just 2 Premier League games, which could be Brentford and Crystal Palace, and of course 2 FA Cup games and the League Cup semi-final if Liverpool make it there, knocking out Leicester City in the process, but that game still hasn't been played. If the tournament does get pushed forward, Arsenal would also lose out, and they would lose Partey, Aubameyang, Nicolas Pepe and El Neni for a meeting with Manchester City on New Year's Day, so Arsenal also don't want the Africa Cup of Nations to start earlier. Chelsea could also lose Edouard Mendy and Hakim Ziyech for their game with Liverpool, but I think Liverpool losing Salah and Mane would be a bigger blow for them than Chelsea losing Mendy and Ziyech, because Salah and Mane scored 30 goals between them, and of course Salah is the most in-form player in the world right now, scoring 21 goals in 22 games. So it's a very worrying news that the Africa Cup of Nations could be put forward, start earlier. And also Liverpool made a request to the Egypt national team to allow Salah to play in the Chelsea-Liverpool game, and this is what they said, that was a spokesman for the Egyptian Football Association. He said, "We already received the request, it is still under consideration and no answer has been given yet." So basically we still don't know whether Salah and Mane will be available for that Chelsea-Liverpool game or not. So let me know guys, what do you think about this news? I would find it absolutely shocking and embarrassing if one club, Al Ahly, their request would be listened to and the whole tournament with all the players will be put 1 week earlier to start. That would be a shocking revelation, and also it would set a bad precedent, because then all kinds of clubs will post appeals to football federations in the future, trying to organize tournaments starting dates or ending dates based on what benefits them and what doesn't benefit their rivals. So it is a very very bad road to go down on, in my opinion. But let me know, what do you think? What is your opinion? I'm really interested to find out to your thoughts in the comments below. And according to some Sky Sports New York journalists, Wijnaldum already wants out of Paris Saint-Germain. This move hasn't worked out for him as he planned, because he's not a regular starting player, even though he started a few games at the beginning of the season and he's starting a few games recently. According to a Sky Sports journalist, Paris Saint-Germain are willing to listen to offers for Wijnaldum to go out on loan next month. Wijnaldum would be open to a move back to the Premier League. I don't think Liverpool will take him back, but Arsenal thought to be an option. I would be absolutely shocked if Wijnaldum joined Arsenal, because Wijnaldum wanted to go to a club where he has a big chance of winning big trophies. And I mean, he started the past 2 games and played the full 90 minutes. Previously he scored as a substitute against Lens, scoring a late goal to get Paris Saint-Germain an equalizer. But he only started a few games here and there for Paris Saint-Germain. He started like 3 games before the international break against Lille, Leipzig in the Champions League and Bordeaux. But before that he was used as a substitute many times. And yeah, at the start of the season Wijnaldum was playing regularly. He started like 4 or 5 games for Paris Saint-Germain in a row, but then he was starting to be left out. So it's a very mixed bag. Yes, he played 15 games for Paris Saint-Germain, but only like half of them were starts in the league, I mean. And in the Champions League, he already scored 2 goals in 5 games. So I'm not sure if he can complain with that. And he's still a regular in the Dutch national team. But I'm sure that Wijnaldum wanted to play more and more often. But you have to understand this, that at Paris Saint-Germain they have so many world-class midfielders. They basically have 2 World 11s as a squad, so you can't expect to start every game. And I think Wijnaldum should stay at least until the end of the season, fight for his place, and see whether Paris Saint-Germain can win the Champions League or the French League, or even maybe both. He can reassess his options in the summer. Not many clubs make moves in the January transfer window, so I'm not sure if it's the wisest for Wijnaldum to actually ask for a loan deal. And an African news outlet is reporting that Joel Matip is considering playing for the Cameroon national team once again. He last played for Cameroon in 2015, which is like 6 years ago. And after Samuel Eto'o, the legend of Cameroonian football who played for Barcelona and Inter, he became the president of the Cameroon FA, a role that he will hold for the next 4 years. And basically it will see him act as a figurehead for January's Afcon tournament, which is held in Cameroon. According to these newspapers, Joel Matip is considering a return to the Cameroon national team, because one of Eto'o's main objectives is to raise funding within football in Cameroon, and also to get the services back of dual nationals whose one nationality is Cameroon, and retired stars like Joel Matip. And I mean, if Liverpool lose Matip to the Africa Cup of Nations, that would be pretty sad as well. But I think Liverpool can cope much better with losing Matip than with losing Salah and Mane and Naby Keita. But I would be happy for Joel Matip, because I think not playing for your country in the peak of your career, and you can say probably the last 6 years were Matip's best years at Liverpool. It left a little bit of a gap in his career, and he would love to have played for Cameroon, but because of Cameroon FA being run by absolute idiots most of the time, Matip very wisely decided not to go and play at Cameroon because of like funding issues and all sorts of promises being broken. I don't know all the ins and outs, all the little intricate details of Cameroonian football, of course, but I heard that those were the main reasons why Matip decided to actually not be selected for the Cameroon national team. But this could all change, because new leadership means big changes, new opportunities. And I think Joel Matip would do very well with Cameroon at the Africa Cup of Nations, because he is one of the best defenders when it comes to African football. And also there is a really interesting story about how Konate actually became a centre-back, how he decided to become a defender, because he was originally a box-to-box midfielder, but he recalled an important discussion with the Social Academy director Eric Helly, who convinced him into adopting a position in the back line over going further up the pitch and playing as a midfielder. He said, yes, you can be a good midfielder. That's what the academy director told Matip, because you have quality, you are strong, you have power, but you are very fast, and when you play in midfield, the pitch is only behind you. But if you are a defender and have the pitch in front of you, this will be very easy for you. And I think as a defender you can be a great defender and a good midfielder. So basically it was down to Konate to decide which is the best position for him, and he decided at Sochaux to try to become a centre-back, and the rest is history. He became one of the best centre-backs in the world. I think that Konate is on his way to become one of the best, and I think it's absolutely brilliant that Konate signed for Liverpool for a bargain deal, 36 million or something like that, which is quite a lot of money, but considering Konate's potential, and he can become one of the best centre-backs in the Premier League, it's a bargain if you think about it. And that's it for today's video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, have a nice day, see you later, goodbye.